I don't think. Yeah, the three of us, we have no tattoos, right?
I don't.
Zero?
I definitely would have.
Tattoos also. No.
If I had gone All-American in swimming, I would have gotten one. That's the thing. A lot of people do. There's a particular tattoo with an eagle, and
A lot of wrestlers get it too.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestler players have the All-American tattoo.
It's easier to resist tattoos when you look up how expensive those things are.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because once you get past a
thousands
certain
of dollars.
age, once you're past 30, I'm past tattoo time. And the same thing with psychedelic drugs now. I'm not going to go smoke DMT. I'm not going to climb a mountain in Peru and take ayahuasca.
Oh, I'm the opposite. DMT is more appealing to me every year. Maybe it'll cycle back around for you, Danny.
Maybe. Once I hit my 40s, man, something to look forward to.
Joe Rogan pitches DMT hard. And
apparently he started getting tattoos like a maniac later in life also. So my theory isn't holding up too well.
He acts like it's a permanent upgrade to your RPG character, that you'll just be more creative and open-minded and intelligent, and you'll look at problem solving in a new way, and he just sees it as a life upgrade. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm here in leather armor.
I feel like he's kind of backing off against some of his wilder stances. He used to be the non-moon landing believer guy. Like, that was his thing. He would go on shows and talk shit about the moon landing. I haven't heard him bang that drum in a decade.
He's gotten off
I don't know if he's backing off.
There's another thing, though. I didn't watch the highlight, but the clip says, I used to get way too high before this podcast. And that might be the change. Yeah. Did you watch the clip?
I haven't.
Yeah, me too.
It's there's like fucking 3 Joe Rogan clips a week or a day that surface like that are clickbaity. So I can't put them all.
With the moon landing thing, what happened is he just started having some guests that were very smart and very well versed about the moon landing, and they just explained it to him. They're like, "Yeah, man, we went. Here's why," and they convinced him. You know, there have been people who are like, "You've been bought out. You know, you're bought and paid for. Big Moon has bought Joe Rogan. Yeah,
Big NASA. Yeah."
Yeah, but
I prefer Big Moon.
If you think about it,
it's funnier.
Like the moon landing conspiracy to me sounds like one of the most plausible conspiracy theories, because if you think about it, in the year 1969, I mean, what jet engines had developed 20 years before that, and then all of a sudden they had the technology to not only shoot something up into space, but then something came off that thing and went down to the moon, landed safely, then went back up to the other thing, shot around the moon, and came back to Earth. I'm not a scientist. It sounds complex.
Are you trying to expect me to believe that this happened under the Nixon administration, not before it and not since, and you don't trust this?
No, it's totally realistic. The real one that we do a bit on the show every few months or so where we bring in conspiracy theories and we try and convince the other two of us.
I sent you a text just today.
That hilarious, by the way. And the one that Woody did was Tower 7 for 9/11. And I had never given enough of a shit to even look into that. And even after Woody gave that little presentation, I did just the most basic topsoil level of research. And I was like, this shit doesn't make any sense. What happened?
Tower 7 is sketchy. Here? I actually did mine. I thought the Pennsylvania plane was shot down instead of just crashed.
I wouldn't disagree with you. Yeah.
Hey, Tower 7, there's a group called Engineers and Architects, though, that's legitimate scholars who are pushing for an independent investigation based off how sketchy that story is. So that one is pretty plausible.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're like, a building fell down a couple blocks away and it was pretty hot. So, that takes down all kinds of other buildings.
Yeah.
It didn't take down any other buildings around it. But the one that was a building away, knocked it right down.
For people, I guess, who are listening, I don't know what it is. It's the only steel skyscraper in history to have been brought down by fire. There was a fire in 2 floors, a couple office chairs were burning, and the whole thing pancaked. I'm exaggerating a little bit. There were a couple floors legitimately on fire. Just imploded, controlled demolition style collapse like the other 2 towers, even though Tower 7 wasn't hit by any kind of plane.
I didn't know it was even on fire. The pancake collapse thing kind of makes sense to me. For example, right? If I hit the top of a pole, then the bottom of the pole would move right away. So when this thing collapses, it's possible that that shock load zooms to the bottom in a hurry. It doesn't have to collapse 1 floor at a time.
Yeah,
They could
I'm
just
such a
all
moron.
boom.
I don't know.
Mm.
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, this is fake, and someone will be like, actually, science says, and I'm like, well, then maybe it's real.
Yeah, I mean, how am I going to argue?
I'm going with whoever talked to me most recently.
Yeah, that really is the thing. It's like, okay, whoever gave a compelling case to me most recently, that's what side I'm on. And then if someone's like, actually, Tower 7 can be explained by fucking winds and this and that, and I'm like, fuck, man, like, it sounds good. Like,
yeah, if they're wearing spectacles and they got an English accent, I'm sold. That's all I need.
if they got a British accent, I'll believe them no matter what.
Yeah,
my conspiracy theory was the Holocaust.
agreed.
And you did a great job proving your point.
Mixed reviews.
Did you actually come on and battle? Did you try to dispel the notion of the Holocaust? That's fucking funny.
I think
It was
that it was wildly overblown. I was saying that not that many people were impacted.
I don't even remember your points, but it was like I'm such a fucking idiot that I was like sitting there listening to our dumbass podcast bit where we bring in conspiracies, and Kyle's like, "And did you know the fucking they couldn't hide that much bone dust or whatever?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, maybe they couldn't."
I sent Taylor a picture today, and it's like the picture is it's from Breaking Bad, and it's Jesse and Walt sitting in the car, and it says, the text reads, 6 million in 6 years means more than 100 per hour, every hour, day and night, nonstop. Not to mention that the average cooking time for each one is 2 hours. It's just not feasible, Jesse.
That was a very funny meme. Yeah. Very inappropriate, but very funny. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny.
Exactly.
When I was a history major, and we actually had professors that would take time to dispel the Holocaust denier theories, and they were saying that the Holocaust deniers' theories are built around just like finding date inconsistencies in diaries and then extrapolating that people were lying based on that. But I missed the presentation, so I don't have all the details here. Your presentation.
Yeah, that also sounds really boring. I wouldn't have paid attention either.
I put together a PowerPoint for mine.
Yeah,
it would be so funny if like one episode after we did the conspiracy thing is like Kyle comes back with a full ass PowerPoint. And
just project it on that wall.
Also, this is
I want to see the crazy like yarn conspiracy theory shit. Like this guy connects to this guy.
Yeah, with Charlie Kelly with a cigarette like turning around. Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, we've covered today some. Well, I was just saying, two of the most bannable offenses on YouTube, Holocaust denial and pedophilia. We've tackled both head on today. I'm impressed.
Oh, well, none of us deny the Holocaust.
Not now that Kyle walked away.
Now that Kyle walked away.
None of us.
Woody and I do not do that. That was a great bit to bring in for the conspiracy thing, because I went really light with it. Like about the Denver airport and one other one.
That is what
and
you
then
did.
And that was actually an interesting.
I think you might have done Syria.
I think I did that, and I think Syria might have talked about a different time. And then you did Tower 7, and Kyle went fucking whole hog with the Holocaust, which was
that's
hilarious.
That's really fucking funny. You know?
Yeah, good for him for being funny. And like, I guarantee there are. Wait, what is this? What is this you keep linking, Woody?
Oh, it has my attention. So, the IRS followed Bitcoin transactions, resulting in a takedown of the largest child exploitation site on the web. So these guys had kiddie porn. And let me just read a little bit from the top paragraph, because news works like this. The largest dark web child pornography site in the world has been taken down. That's the word today from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Columbia. The criminal department, whatever. According, the agents became aware of Welcome to the Video, the largest child sexual exploitation market by volume of content, because their work on previous dark web marketplaces. Anyway, what was interesting, especially about this to me, is the IRS was able to trace Bitcoin transactions to the site for people all over the world who were uploading and downloading the material, as well as the file location of the site administrator. By analyzing the blockchain and de-anonymizing Bitcoin transactions, the agency was able to identify hundreds of predators around the world even those who thought they could remain anonymous. And that was the part that kind of captured my interest. I'm not a crypto expert, and I don't pretend to be, but I thought that anonymizing it was kind of part of the deal, that it was almost like cash.
That's what I would imagine.
Right? And it appears that it's not that anonymous. And that if you think Bitcoin is like cash and you're using it to buy your whatever hitmen on the dark web, then they can trace it back to you. And not only like
if you're using Bitcoin to buy child porn, I fucking hope they find you. You're a piece of shit.
Thank you for
killed.
Thank you for sharing this news. I'm gonna take this out back and bury it real quick. This is my second hard drive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess I always thought the anonymity of it was kind of uncrackable. But I guess not.
I talked about this on my stream, and a lot of people seem to know already that like Bitcoin being anonymous is a myth. And I wonder how anonymous it is, right? Like they're able to, I'm messing it. What's Tor, like the onion router, like that? Apparently that's not quite as anonymous as you think it is. It's supposed to be also, that they're able to get people through that. I don't know. How do I commit illicit crimes over the internet without getting caught exactly?
Don't ask me.
I'm a good legal boy, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know how to plug in my microphone. I'm not taking my chances with Bitcoin and child porn.
What about your phone? Right? Can they? Are they proud?
I watch child porn on that.
Edward Snowden was just on Rogan talking about the dangers of your phone. You don't want that phone anywhere near you if you're going to say anything that you wouldn't want said publicly.
You know what I don't like about my phone recording me is that when I'm looking at memes and funny things while I'm shitting, it's getting all of my struggling to shit faces. And I do not want those faces out there. It's not attractive.
Almond has fiber, and it only makes you like kind of fat.
I don't want anybody looking at
I
my
thought you
shit
like
faces.
cashews.
Everyone says that. I mean, I do like
Cashew
cashews.
map you.
Yeah, I'm getting capital T's out of that lately. Don't throw stones.